I'm here with Ana Villafañe, actress and singer, best known for her role on Broadway, On Your Feet. She played Gloria Estefan. She is from Miami, Florida, and you are now living here in New York City.
Yes, I live on the Upper West Side. And I grew up in Miami, but I was actually born in Atlanta. A lot of people don't know that. I know, it's so random.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so but then you play Gloria Estefan and it's like, oh, Miami Queen, yes.
Now, do you feel more American or more Latina?
I feel like I'm equally both. It's like asking if I'm more of a woman or more of a human being. I'm both.
Right. Just like me. I feel the same.
Yeah, it's like I grew up here, but, you know, I grew up with the influences like infused.
Yes.
So.
And how do you like it? How do you like it here in New York City?
I love New York. I love the pace of it. I love the access to things. Like the entire world is at your fingertips. You know, every nationality. And I love, for me personally, like with work, I can do theater in between other projects. Like while I'm on hiatus from a show or whatever, in between like projects, I can still always do like theater, which I love.
Yeah. But you're based here in New York City.
Yeah.
Do you go back to Miami to visit?
I was just there. I just got here last night. Yes, because my sister had a baby.
Yes, you were telling me your sister had a baby. She had it early.
Yes, so I had actually just gotten off stage from the first concert for Viva Broadway, which was my first time producing ever. And so a lot of emotions. I was on a complete high from performing and producing and hosting and whatever. And then I got a billion missed calls from my family. And I was like, something's going on. And I went straight to the airport. I didn't even shower. I went straight to the airport. And 10 minutes after I got to the hospital in Miami, the baby was born. So it was perfect.
Oh my God. Well, congratulations.
Yeah.
Is this your first time being at TIA?
No, but it's very exciting. It's good. I'm happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to your background. What is your nationality? Where are your parents from? Tell me a little bit about your background.
I am Cuban Salvadoran. Gloria Estefan calls me Cubadoreña. So my mom is Cuban, my dad is from El Salvador. Yeah.
I love it. And you were raised in Miami?
Raised in Atlanta, Miami, and then I moved to LA when I was 18.
And you also lived in LA?
Yes. All the good cities, all like the really important.
And why were you moving around so much?
Well, as a kid, I was just, we moved when my dad started working in Miami. And then I moved to LA because I got signed my senior year in high school, and so I moved over there and started acting professionally and doing TV and film while I was going to college studying music. Okay. So it was a lot going on.
And when was it that you started singing, dancing? When did you start?
I started singing when I was 7 years old, and that kind of was always my thing, but it was for me. So I did musical theater growing up. I did like professional theater in Miami, regional theater.
In school as well, like in grade school?
Yes. So sometimes I would have like a show at school and do rehearsals, and then my mom would pick me up and I would do homework in the car, and she'd be driving me to rehearsal for like my professional gig. So it was a lot, but my family somehow supported me and was always very like, this is what you want to do. So that was my after school activity. I didn't realize that I was kind of training for a career early on, but it's always been very fun.
You had no idea that you would be on Broadway one day?
I mean, I dreamt about it, but you never like assume that it's just gonna happen. It's kind of, I don't come from an entertainment background at all. My family is like not from that world, so.
No, but when you started doing musicals, you said, this is it. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Yeah, it was around when I first saw, when I saw Grease, the movie, that I was like, oh, you can do a movie where you're singing and acting and dancing all at the same time, and that was very appealing to me. Yeah.
Oh my
so
God.
Random, but yes. Always the movie musicals, Disney movies. The Wizard of Oz growing up was like my favorite movie, and then I was always singing. Music was always very much a part of my life.
Now I saw that you started in a movie playing as a model, was it?
Yes, because when I was 18 and I got signed, I was at first modeling in Miami. I did like a year where I was like saving up money to move to the West Coast, and I was modeling a lot.
So that's why you moved to LA?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I moved to LA once I signed with an agency and all of that, and started, it was like at first doing like one episode on something, and like my whole family would tune in, and doing like Taco Bell commercials, and then you evolve from there. And I stopped taking, there finally came a point where I was able to be a little bit more picky about roles and saying no to the more stereotypical roles, and like having more of a say on what kind of image I wanted to portray in the world. And then obviously Gloria Estefan happened, and I moved out here and switched over to Broadway.
And how old were you when you got the role and moved over here to New York City?
I don't know. It was 2014, so I'm really bad at math. But I was 24, 25, 24, something like that.
24?
Yeah, I think.
Oh wow, so you were very young.
Yeah,
Still very young moving here.
Yeah, I had no idea what I was doing. And I didn't know anybody really in New York. I didn't know anything about this industry. I didn't know anything about Broadway. I didn't know that you do 8 shows a week. I didn't know that you need like a voice coach, an acupuncturist, an ENT, like all these different things that it was trial by fire. For sure.
Definitely an inspiring, admiring story.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming to our first podcast
Thank
on
you.
TV.
I'm so excited.
And I hope to have you back.
Yes, definitely.
Bye.